Yo guys, what's going on? Daniel Soul, Swag and Soul here, bringing you guys another video, and we have Mat4yo here.
Mat4yo.
Yep, that's his name. Don't wear it out. And he does rap for Pokemon, and I think it's like fire, like it's metal bars here. So I'll leave a link to him in the description, and no copywriting. So yeah, we're just gonna do like a little interview sort of thing, and let's just select a team. He'll never know. Okay,
What I have in store.
Swag and Squad. Okay, so I will challenge you and ask you a few questions. And yeah, so this should be fun. Oh, the music. Okay, it might be a wee bit loud here. Let me just mute sound. Okay. So here. Whoa, it shows they have items or not? That's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I never noticed that.
Okay, so let me just select my first Pokemon and then I'll ask you some questions.
Cool.
Okay. You have two unfully evolved Pokemon.
I just
Okay.
pick my favorites, to be honest. I really
Okay.
like competitive team.
First question. What got you into making Pokemon music?
Okay, so I haven't been making music forever, but I have been playing Pokemon for a very long time. So back when YouTube first started, there was more or less a community of people who were making Pokemon sprites, and there were mixed splices of the Generation 4, Generation 5 Pokemon sprites, and you would basically make your own Pokemon based on taking parts from other Pokemon, and it was really cool. There was kind of a little community with it, and I liked it, and I became sort of a part of it. I was like 10, 11, 12 years old at this point, and that kind of got me introduced to the whole YouTube scene and making videos, and I've always wanted to find a niche audience to make content for, but I never could. So I went through so many things, like making those like little cartoon and just going through probably at least 7 different communities, and I finally found myself in a position where I was good at making rap lyrics. I wasn't at first, but I kind of got to a point where I was like, alright, I kind of have a hold on what I'm doing here, and I know how to manipulate it, and I'm going to keep doing it. So that's what I did, and I kept doing it, and at first I was making raps about like stupid stuff because I didn't know who to appeal to, because there was like a void that I couldn't fill because I didn't know what to fill it with. So I wound up just concentrating the art of what I made raps about into finally what I make now, which is like video game music specifically about Pokemon at this point in time.
That's cool.
Yep.
Okay. And what was the first generation of Pokemon you played?
So it's a little shady, a little hazy in my memory bank, but basically, as I remember, Generation 3 has always been my favorite, and it's the one that I remember the most. So I have the most memories associated with Generation 3 because I was at the age where you start remembering things on your own as opposed to remembering what people tell you happened to you in the past. So I got really fond of Pokemon in Generation 3, and it's since then has been my favorite generation. I was playing pretty much like I was playing 1 and 2 when I was really little, like not that I can remember like actually getting through the game, but I remember playing it. Don't ask me how I was able to actually get through the game without being able to read, because I don't know how, but I did. And but then Generation 3 was where I started really getting into it willingly. And I said that's when I made my Pokemon confirmation. I chose to become a part of it at that time. And since then I've been getting more involved in the games. Generation 4 or 5, now we're in 6.
Yeah, I had like a little bit of trouble like following along with the game. So I would go on YouTube and search up like Pokemon walkthrough, and I would like go on Jay Witz and just like follow what he does.
Okay.
So that's my story.
Cool.
And do you play any sports? or watch any?
I don't play sports. I used to play soccer when I was younger, but I don't really have time for sports anymore because I do so many other things. So
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
really part of my life anymore.
Yeah, okay. And what kind of music do you listen to?
So one may say that I listen to rap, but that is not true. In fact, I find what I do and what people define rap to be are strikingly different things.
Cool.
So, ooh, look
Oh
at this.
my
I
gosh.
chilled right there. Chill. Okay. So, I've really gotten into listening to like Pokemon remixers online, and the kind of music they make, like chill music, like chill remixes of Pokemon songs. Like I'm really into that whole thing because, it brings me back to the time where I was listening to that music on a regular schedule, and now I get to listen to like remixes of it made in a way that I find to be really appealing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mostly listen to like just like one single artist. Like I don't really listen to like a category.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so what's your favorite TV show or movie?
So I watched in full, not many TV shows, but I watched entirely Breaking Bad. I watched all of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my gosh, that
Wa-
show. I just started watching How I Met Your Mother.
It's really good.
Yeah.
They form so many social molds that like things are based on in real life, like so many innuendos and whatnot. So it's really cool to see how like they incorporate like the living society of what modern society is into like little cliches and whatnot. And they have like a whole book of them, and it's really cool to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
I just wound up binging for the last week the entire series of Gravity Falls in time for the finale.
Oh, I used to watch that show, but
Like I was watching the episode before the finale for the first time a half hour before the finale.
Okay.
That's how long it took because I didn't really have time for it. So I wound up just like cramming it in, like watching it while I worked. So yeah, I watched that. I'm into Psych. I don't know if you've heard of Psych.
I've heard of it, but I don't really.
Yeah, it's like they put a whole spin on detective work. I like that a lot.
I usually just watch like Impractical Jokers and like those types of TV shows where they like go around messing with people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually really funny. I like it, but yeah. So, what's your favorite Pokemon and why?
I think my team answers that question for you. Pretty much picked all my favorite Pokemon, but the one that is my favorite out of all of them is definitely Poliwhirl because the thing that I credit for getting me involved in Pokemon is Poliwhirl because I had a doll of Poliwhirl that I got when I was 7 years old, and I took it everywhere. I'm telling you, everywhere I took this
Poliwhirl?
Yeah, and it became a huge part of like my family and everything. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been so invested in Pokemon the way that I am now. So I kind of have Poliwhirl to thank for it.
That's a really deep story. Like, no joke. So, my favorite is Swellow, as you can tell by my name. And the reason why is because he was the first Pokemon I caught. Like, I saw the routes that, whatever that guy caught, that shows you how to catch, but I was like, nah, I wanted Tailo because my friend said that this was like the coolest Pokemon ever. So I just went and caught Tailo and trained it up to like level 60 before the Hall of Fame.
Cool.
And yeah.
The fact that I almost beat you with 2 unevolved Pokemon. It's making the team 5 minutes before this episode.
Do you want to do another battle? Or with random?
Is there a random thing?
Yeah.
Alright, we can do that.
Sweet.
Send it to me.
Okay. Okay. Challenge. Random battle. Okay, let's do this.
Alright, let's see who I get. Or is this the one where you don't see what the other person has? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
Oh my.
Turbo Blaze.
Oh my little baby Jesus.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I have nothing that can take this. What the heck?
Which type can't you take?
Both. This is the best thing I can go out into.
Ooh.
Come on, thick fat, come through. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so next question. What's your least favorite Pokemon, and why?
Oh, least favorite. Okay. There's a few that I have some gripes with. I guess I would have to look at a list of them to give you a definitive answer, but there's like... I don't know, some of the ones in Gen 5 just piss me off. Because, like, they have, like, okay concepts, but then they don't capitalize on them. Like, there's some Pokemon that, like, don't learn moves of their type, and then there's Pokemon who, like, have, like, conflicting stats, and, like, it's just really weird. Like, one of the ones that I don't like at all is Clink. Clink Clang. I have no affection for them whatsoever.
No, you want to know my least favorite Pokemon?
Go ahead.
Whimsicott.
Whimsicott?
Yeah, I hate that Pokemon so much. I hate going against it. I hate using it. Like, every time I go against it, they just, like, Leech Seed substitute Toxic. Like...
Yeah, well, you hate it for, like, a competitive reason.
Oh, and, like, that's the first thing I lost to. A Whimsicott. Like, when I started competitively, like, the first thing I lost to was a Whimsicott. So I didn't really have a good view of, like,
yeah.
competitive.
Well, if it helps, I think Cottony is so stupid.
Cottony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like in Gen 5, they were like, alright, let's just flush out every single idea, nothing off the table, just push out every single thing that we have, and then make it into a Pokemon to make more work for us later when we have all the new cards into all new Pokemon. I was just very confused by, like, it's like, you have no excuse, you made this much work for yourself at this point. And then Pokemon like Beartic, like the one you're using, like, it's a cool concept, but its name is stupid.
Beartic?
It has one identifiable feature that distinguishes it from just a polar bear.
Like the ice that hangs out from it, like a beard.
Yeah, and like instead of going with the whole like, because Cubchoo has a cool concept with the whole snot thing being like,
yeah,
you know, just in his nose, but Beartic just has an ice goatee, I guess, and I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. Like, a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon are on my hit list.
Okay, next question. If you were able to add a type of evolution, like poison or dragon, what would it be?
I think those two are the ones that I would pick, because dragon would be wicked. Okay, like, because dragon's kind of like a type of its own tier, because of how, like, just how unrivaled it is by common types, and to have like a dragon type evolution would kind of be like, you know, really interesting. I think that if they go through with the whole Gen 6.5 thing,
Oh yeah.
Sylveon should be getting a counterpart.
Yeah, I think the same thing, but I think they should have like a steel type though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you were to have one Pokemon travel with you, what would it be?
So, just from nostalgia, I would say Poliwhirl, but for like a Pokemon that's like versatile, that
Yeah.
would have to be like a flying type. It would have to have some kind of redeeming quality.
Swellow. Sorry, I had a bad cough there.
It's okay. So, definitely not Durant.
No one likes Durant.
That would do me any good. Another thing that pissed me off about Gen 5 is that they had so many Steel and Bug types.
Like Bisharp or Bisharp.
Nah, it's Steel Dark. Steel and Bug would be...
Oh, just Steel and Bug?
Yeah, Escalvier.
Oh yeah. Excelgor?
Excelgor is just Bug type.
He is?
Yeah.
I always thought it was Steel Bug because Excavalier was Bug.
Escalvier.
Oh.
Him, Durant, and then the legendary Genesect makes the existence of Caesar less less important.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like they should add like more fairy types to the game.
Oh yeah, there was like I like how they got a little risky and changed a bunch of types to fairy.
Yeah,
Like they didn't really include any new groundbreaking ones in Gen 6 because it like in my opinion if they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna decide to introduce fairy type, let's hit it off with a bang and introduce some really cool fairy types, but instead we get like the perfume Pokemon
the perfume Pokemon.
and a mushy like roly pile of marshmallow that is Slurpuff. So I don't know. I think that both those two were kind of weak in their regards to being the new fairy type like representation.
Yeah, and I think that Togekiss, honestly, in my opinion, should just stay like normal flying. I don't know why.
Well, I think fairy did justice to Togekiss.
Like, in my opinion, Tri-Attack on Togekiss would have been much better.
Yeah, I think that they needed a Pokemon like Togekiss though to be reinvented because they needed to give incentive for the actual type to be included in the game.
Yeah.
Like you can't include something, like you can't make something happen and then not give a reason for it. Like they have to sell that type. They have to say this is why we included this because it has this much potential, and that's what they did by retyping a lot of them.
Yeah. And next question. If you were to give yourself a Pokemon type and it can be 2 types, what type or types would you give yourself?
Fire.
Fire?
And the second one is kind of weird because like it gets back to the whole thing where do you want something to be versatile or do you just want to be cool? And so to be versatile, I would go flying probably.
Flying?
But if I were to like touch my inner core, I would say like fire dark type.
Fire dark type?
Yeah.
Wait, is there a fire dark type?
Yeah, Houndoom.
Oh yeah. There is. Dude, Houndoom is such a beast though.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, Houndoom's kind of weird though.
but its shiny is like so unfitting for it for some reason.
I don't even know what shiny is.
It's like blue. Wait, you don't know what a shiny is, or?
No, I don't know what its shiny looks like.
Oh, it's just like blue instead of black.
Okay.
It's like really weird. Oh, perish next turn. I didn't realize that. Okay, and who's your favorite PokeTuber?
So I got to meet a lot of them recently.
Oh, at PAX.
No, I'm gonna be at PAX, but I meant like introduced to.
Oh, okay.
Like, on the internet because I started making all the Pokemon music and that kind of got me some exposure and some people were like, hey, like you're really cool what you do, like I've got to add to a group of a bunch of them, so it was nice being able to meet some of them. So I would say the ones that I've gotten to know the most would be I don't think Kevin Crust considers himself a PokeTuber, but I would, and I like Birdkeeper Toby's content a lot.
Oh yeah.
Cloud Call Klaus is a good friend of mine, and yeah, I would have to go with. Oh, I won.
Yes.
Yeah, revenge. I like Toby's content a lot because it all comes down to who's gonna be articulate and who's gonna make content about something interesting but not redundant. So. Like not a video about something that is just common knowledge or just like a random top 5 thing. For me is been there and done that. But like when Toby's does stuff like where are all the regions placed and like science based research on
like theories and stuff.
Yeah, like that's the kind of thing that sets a PokeTuber apart from all the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go.
No, I would just say probably Toby's a really interesting PokeTuber.
Oh, I really look for humor in like PokeTubers. Like, I like enjoy like watching them. Like Nappy, like he goes like crazy if he like gets hit by like a banana.
I love Nappy's reaction to Mega Swampert.
Oh my gosh.
That was like, yeah, I was watching like a bunch of them like in bulk, and I saw Nappies, and he was just freaking out. One time, he was making me pee myself. That and Shofu's Diggersby thing.
Oh, Shofu's Diggersby?
Yeah, Diggersby though.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that kind. It's so funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, that's it.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
No problem. It was actually really fun.
Yeah. Good luck with the channel. And if you haven't checked out my stuff, it's Mat4yo, Mat4yo. I do a bunch of Pokemon raps. And hey, Swellow, maybe if you learn how to rap, we can do a collab.
Oh my gosh, you do not want to hear me rap. Like, oh my. Like, I sound like a dying rat when I rap. Like, no joke.
I just sound like a regular rap.
Yeah, your rapping is actually good. Like, you're gonna, like, go pro or something.
Hey, we'll
Like,
see what happens.
yeah.
Innovative.
Yeah. So, if you haven't checked it out, I'll leave a link in the description. And make sure to leave a like on the video and give both of us a sub. Have a great day, guys. And remember, guys, stay swagging.